Woo, hoo, hoo. Damn. So, right off the bat, it looks just like a Souls game. um, One thing I will say is George R. Martin. I have no idea what he introduced because this doesn't. This looks exactly like your basic Souls game. There's the Tarnished, which I'm assuming come from Unkindled or Hollowed. That's going to be the sort of stand-in for the you know the core mechanic of this game, where you are some sort of undead and you need to collect souls of some type to upgrade yourself. How, if souls or something of the like will, because Sekiro sort of made a big difference. They made a big departure sort of from the souls type way, where you do get experience points from the enemies that you kill, but it goes up to a certain point, to a certain level, and then it caps off there. And what I mean by that is, if you die, say you're at level 0, you go up to level 2. No matter how many times you die, say your progress is almost at level 3, but you're stuck at level 2. Every time you die, it'll cut by half. So say you have $1,000 and 1,000 experience points. When you die, you'll lose 500, and then if you die again, you'll lose 250. But in terms of experience points, it'll only go to a certain level. So say you hit that 2 level mark. You're almost at 3. You die. It goes back down to 2. It won't go any lower than 2. So it was somewhat forgiving in that respect. There was also ways where you could take money, and you could use your money that you've earned to buy money bags. So no matter how many times you die, you have money there. So I'm wondering if it'll go sort of with that approach, as opposed to more of the Dark Souls, where if you keep dying, you lose it all. But we'll see. One thing I want to say, the level design looks very interesting. It looks very big. I know a lot of people were saying that this game might, in fact, be open world. I'm not too sure about that. They may have said it somewhere in the presentation of Summer Game Fest. I have not seen that. This is the first time I've seen this. But this area looks massive. Like, look at this. It's huge. This area looks a little more traditional Dark Souls. It looks pretty sort of small-ish. You got your channel here. You got looks like maybe some stairs up here. We go here. Look, like, this just looks massive. Now, is this a cliff? No, it looks like you can go down there. Yeah, it looks huge. But the environments are very, very interesting. What is that? Some sort of thing there. It just looks cool. The thing about From Software games is you're gonna get cool environments, and you're going to get cool enemy design, and there is definitely some very cool enemy design that I've seen so far. I mean, you do sort of get your traditional, like, that guy looks like he's straight out of Dark. Oh, this is when he's summoning his horse, right? Yeah. So we got a horse. That's new. So that sort of confirms that, yes, this is going to be a much bigger area, because I think From Software want you to move around quicker. That was definitely apparent in Sekiro, where you had the hook, so you could zip around a bunch of places. They wanted you to get around that area a lot quicker, and this seems to be following that trend with the horse. But yeah, like, these areas look big. So I don't know, because, like, the whole sort of thing about Dark Souls, but I mean, this is a new game. It's not Dark Souls. It's not Dark Souls 4. It's not Bloodborne 2. It's not Sekiro 2. It's a whole new thing, so it can do whatever it wants. But the thing about the formula of Dark Souls is it usually sets itself up as sort of like a maze, where you're guided along a pretty linear path, but then you get to a point where you gotta either go left or you gotta go right, and they both take you to different places. And there's sort of that curiosity struggle, where it's like, do I go this way or do I go that way? Where here it looks like you could just sort of go anywhere. Now, that being said, maybe this path takes you over here, and this path takes you up here, which takes you to somewhere else. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how they balance out that more precise choice of traversal in a bigger world. Like this, just I love those kind of rocks. You see those rocks in some, like in Halo Infinite, they have those sort of square rocks. They look so otherworldly, but they're very, very interesting. And then we're getting here to some scale. Now this sort of reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus. I wonder if, I doubt it, but it definitely seems very Shadow of the Colossus. I wonder if you could just jump and climb up this guy. I highly doubt that, but that's kind of the vibe I got from that. These guys, I love the creature design. Like, see how they have these spikes through their stomach? Those spikes are actually attached. Let me see if I can get it here. Yeah, see? They're through their back, which is pulling this thing. So the spike goes through their back, out their stomach. Like, that's just cool creature design. Like, these guys, they're so good at making interestingly weird creatures. What's that, a duel? Oh, so I wonder if they were gonna have sort of jousting. I mean, they'll probably be horse to horse or mount to mount combat, but that's interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Like, what are those? Arms? Interesting. So this looks like it's like, in terms of like Dark Souls 3, it's sort of a blend, not just in gameplay, but in creature design of Bloodborne and the Dark Souls. Where this probably looks like it's going to go sort of the same path. Like, this sort of looks like I don't even know, but there's like tendrils and stuff coming underneath it. Like some sort of dried up squid face thing, you know? And then we got pots. Like, look at the creature design. Like, it looks so cool. This sort of centipede arm type thing. Very, very interesting. You know, the combat looks quick. Is it going to be as quick as Sekiro? Because oh, you do have a shield. Okay. So that's a big roll. So that's very Dark Souls 3. Reminiscent of Dark Souls 3. Got some of those things to keep you moving on your horse. One thing I am seeing is it does look like he or she is using different weapons, and that may not seem interesting or important, but in Sekiro you only had really one sword. So it looks like they're kind of going back to that open world. You can choose and pick whatever you want, very much like Dark Souls and Bloodborne to an extent. Bloodborne was quite linear in terms of weapons. Like, this guy looks terrifying. Like, look at that. Did you see that shit? Oh god. Then her. I don't know who she is. She was kind of like one of the main promotional images. If that's us, then uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh, I like this guy's creature design. Look at this. Like, what is this? Like, who is, like, okay, so that's his head. That's his shoulders. And he just got arms. Like, I just love the design that From Software. I just love their choices in design. Like, they're like the perfect border of interesting and creepy. Like, that's just, it's so interesting and creepy. I love that. Oh, Jesus. So that guy's got multiple weapons. You see that? I missed it. So there's an arm there. So that guy's going to have a few different weapons. So that's terrifying. See? Oh, he's got legs hanging off of him too. I mean, you can only really say so much. I mean, it's a... Oh, stealth? That looked like stealth. Look, you're creeping up. Is that a finishing shot? It didn't really look like a finishing shot. Because in Sekiro, you had sort of stealth kills. I just love the creature. Like, look at that arm thing. You see that? Here it comes. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. So, like, look at that. That's very cool. So one of the things about, you know, the Souls game is they are very rich in lore, but they're not very rich in immediate story. Like, if you dig deep, you'll find it. But, you know, on the surface level, there ain't really much. So it's interesting to see now that they have George R.R. Martin, literally the guy who wrote Game of Thrones. You know, one of the most dense narratives out there. It'll be interesting to see what he brought to this world. Now, if he just brought a basic idea, that'll be one thing. But did he bring a narrative? Like, did he bring a narrative that will go through the entire game? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see how they go, because, I mean, that's the sort of the thing with Dark Souls, right? Is they have a very, very rich lore, but in terms of what you're actually, the story that you're being given as you play, it's quite minimal. So this might just be, you know, the match made in heaven. You got a guy who's, you know, known for writing some of the best books out there. To some, I haven't read them, but I know that some people really like it. And, you know, the show is proof of how powerful that story was. And the rich moment-to-moment gameplay, this might be a match made in heaven, you know. If, you know, a really solid, engaging story mixed with the refined, renowned, beloved moment-to-moment gameplay that From Software provide, this might be this could be the crowning achievement of From Software. And I like this. It almost looks like they're trying to make up for that super easy dragon fight in Sekiro. You know, you got the dragon, you got the lightning. Where that looks the same. So that's interesting. He's got the horse jumping. So the horse looks like it will be part of combat. So we'll see. We'll see. It's hard really to say anything because I'm excited because it's another From Software game. I know that these guys deliver. You know, they do deliver a solid product. And their games are super addicting. Like, I think last night I was playing for about 5.5 hours because I couldn't stop. I was like, oh, okay, one more bonfire. Oh, I lost my souls. Okay, I gotta go get my souls back. So, you know you're in for a good time if you're into these types of games. It'll just be, I don't know. I'm excited for it. It'll just be actually getting your hands on and seeing how it's different. Because, you know, looking at the trailer, you're like, yep, that's From Software. Absolutely. That's a From Software game. But it's only when you get your hands on do you understand the smaller, different details between the different games under their umbrella. And the game comes out the day before my birthday. January 21st it comes out. So that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see you guys in the next one.